Okay, guys, I want to continue with Robot Kyle. And I want him to run around forever and then start throwing bombs at us. So, a couple things. One, I love this little ability to get a random destination. I'm going to write the method that does it so we can just call it anytime we need it. It's pretty easy. Basically does that. It calculates a random R and it sets the destination. And what we'll do is when the robot Kyle starts up, he will set a random destination and start running. Next up, when does he set another random destination? Well, basically that is once he's arrived. And that's simple enough to say. We're simply going to say, hey, if you're not moving, it's time to set a new random destination. Right. I'm going to set this to 0.1f. So he kind of slows down. I don't know. Who cares? All right, here we go. He runs. He gets to some destination. And then he immediately picks another one. It could be lame, by the way. He could pick one right next to himself, or he could pick one on the opposite side of the globe. By the way, he just ran by me. Dude totally pushed me around, which is fine. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's got that kinematic rigid body that does exactly that. I'm not going to say his animation's perfect, but I'm going to say that the rest of that tweaking is a whole lot of work. So I'm okay with him. And I'm looking forward to blowing him up. Okay, so now what? Well, I want him to check to see if he can see me. And if he can, I want him to throw a bomb. So first, how about we get him to print out, I see you. And to do this, we're going to use something called physics.linecast. Look this up. And here's the point. It returns true if there is any collider intersecting between the start and end. There's another one, physics.raycast. Raycast, where are you? Casts array against all colliders. And the thing is that it has a starting point, the max distance, and returns true when the ray intersects any collider, false otherwise. And so we also get a way to figure out what we hit to get information back from a raycast. We can see the collider that was hit using this. So if we put that all together, we can actually just copy and paste this code right here and change it just a little bit. So awesome. Here we go. This seems like some goofiness. You can just use transform.forward to look in front of him. And then we'll look out 10 units and we'll say there is something in front of him. And he will always say there's something in front of him because there's walls all around the map. I'm going to set this to 100 so he looks really far. What I want to know, what's the first thing in front of him? And that's what I was trying to read here. There's like, an example where you do out space hit. And it's kind of a weird way to call stuff, but watch. I basically want to see what was hit by the raycast. And so I'm going to use this kind of weird syntax here where you, Cast a ray against all colliders and returns true. Okay, I guess this one has no limit. All right, so something like that. And now I can say something like print I hit plus this hit object. I don't know what this hit object is. What we got? Hit.collider.name. He's going to constantly print out what he's hitting. And we're going to have the console open, and let's just watch what he hits. I hit wall, I hit wall, I hit wall. He's running around the world. Will he ever see me? That's the question. You know what? I'm going to collapse this. We got it. You can hit the walls. Can you hit me? Where'd you go, you bugger? There you go. See? He hit me. I hit player. Cool. At that moment, I wanted him to throw a bomb. Simple enough. And I even have a tag. I have the name player and I have the tag player. It doesn't really matter. So if hit.collider.name is equal to player, I'll use the tag. Throw a bomb. It's really not that complicated. So he needs to know what bomb to use. And the beautiful part about this whole public prefab thing is that we can configure one robot with the red bomb, another robot with the blue and the green, and we just, drag and configure these components differently for each one. So, let me rename this guy to enemy1. And let me just, for enemy1, give him the red bomb. We could even call him the red enemy if you want. And you could even later, dress him up in red shirt or something. But for now, the red enemy is going to have the red bomb. Make sure you select the prefab here. It goes there. And this is his bomb prefab. And, you use the exact same script for all three enemies, and they'll just throw whatever they're configured to throw. How will they throw it? Well, they're going to instantiate the bomb prefab, and game object space B equals instantiate bomb prefab as a game object, something like that. B.transform.position should be right in front of Robot Kyle. Transform.position plus transform.forward. Okay, great. Then that's going to spawn the bomb right in front of him, and he's going to do a toss. B.getComponent, the bomb controller dot toss. Who's throwing it? Robot Kyle is the current game object. Man, that's just too easy. The only thing is I don't want him to throw a million bombs. I mean, I kind of do, right? Right now, at least, let's see Robot Kyle douse me with a million bombs. I mean, that'll be funny, right? I'll run around. What could be wrong? And he threw a bomb. He's pretty well behaved, actually. I thought he was going to throw a million of them. There he goes. Right. So yeah, same logic that we had in the other thing. We have to have like this idea that there is a current bomb. And it becomes null once it has exploded. So we don't just randomly create a variable here. We use current bomb. And we say, hey, if you see him and the current bomb is null, then you can, throw a bomb. Until then, be patient. So now Mr. Robot Kyle only throws one bomb at a time. See? Good job. Aha. All right, coming along really well. What else I want to do? And it's too easy, but I think that I'm happy with that, right? We could add AI to make him run away from bombs and to be smarter and stuff like that, but I don't have the time.